Welcome to Raider Talks Postgame. I am your host, Art Navarrete, here alongside Nick Yobara. We are here following a 32-13 loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll start with Nick, see how he feels about the ball game.
Yeah, this is very horrible. Offense was a no-show today, except for 2 minutes. Except for three plays. 3 plays they looked incredible. But offense wasn't there today. Defense couldn't stop the run for anything. We look horrible, and the midseason collapse is real.
Yeah, we were absolutely horrible today. All phases of the game were bad. Offense, defense, special teams. Offense just couldn't get the ball rolling. Like Nick said, they had one good drive, good 3 plays, and that was about all she wrote. Not a lot of things exciting in this game. It wasn't even like a good, close game that you can be excited and pumped up. It was just bad all around. Defense, a lot of timely penalties. We pretty much gave them 10 points right there. Special teams, I remember one instance where Carlson kicked it short. They ended up getting to the 40. Got a big gain. Nearly broke it. But, yeah, all phases of the game, horrible for the Raiders today. And how do you feel the Raiders are as a team, as a franchise right now? What needs to happen?
I don't know. Coming into the season, we all had high hopes. Everybody doubted us, said that we were only going to have 3, 4, 5 wins. Everybody doubted us. We went out. We were 3-0. Then the Gruden situation happened. Lost one. Bounced back. Here we stand 5-5. It seems like this organization, this team is just a mess. I don't know. I really don't know what's next, what we're going to do. All I know is we got Cowboys Thursday. We got 7 more games. I guess we got to see what's next.
Yeah, we love the Raiders and everything they stand for, but just right now it's horrible. Just as a franchise, as a team, as even a coaching staff. I mean, to end the half, we had around 30 seconds. 30 seconds with how many timeouts do we have?
2.
2 timeouts. And we go out, run a play, and then we don't call a timeout. We just do a hurry up. That's the end of the half. What were we doing there on a coaching standpoint of things? Someone's got to call a timeout. We have 30 seconds. There's been countless number of times where Carr in the offense has just 2 plays, boom, field goal range. So might as well call it timeouts. Bad coaching right there.
Yeah, no, I thought, because I think we had 35, 40 seconds left. I thought we can get a couple out-of-bounds plays and then, a couple up-the-middle plays, to get in field goal range. But, I guess DC and coaches didn't want to call a timeout and just play it safe.
Yeah, the Gruden situation became prevalent today in this ball game because it just looked like, even the last 3 ball games, just we're getting out-coached, out-hustled, you name it. I mean, players I thought were really good turning out not to be that good. Abram's one of those guys. He's just been getting lit up lately or cooked. He doesn't look like a guy that's going to be a long-term player for the Raiders, even though I really liked him out of the draft. I really liked his personality and who he was. So it looks like maybe Teamer might take a spot.
Yeah, Abram looked good for a couple plays, but, really didn't have a great game. But on the other side of the safety, Trayvon Merrick, he's pretty good. He batted a couple balls today, and he's really a good safety. You don't hear about him too much, and that's a good thing, because he's not getting burnt or he's not in a bad play. So that was one positive that I took away, that this safety is really good.
Yeah, some of the young guys are playing good, especially on the defensive side of the ball. In Merrick, and we have Nate Hobbs, who's playing amazing as well. Another guy that I want to mention, and they just attack him. He played okay, but the ball's going his way a lot, and that's face on. I mean, we are missing Mullen badly right now. Badly. It just feels like wherever Faison is, let's go attack him. Wherever Abram is, on which side Abram is, let's attack that other. Let's attack that side, because Abram's not a very good. He's a good hitter, but he's not really good in coverage. So, yeah, it just looks like we have a couple weak spots in the defense that's making us like non-elite defense.
Yeah, he had. I think the first couple drives, he had some pass breakups. He had a couple tackles, and it was all good. And then you're right, it just fell apart from there. And yeah, you're really not going to throw at Hayward too much. So then you're going to throw at him, and he gets burnt way too much and allows way too much yards.
Yeah, the defense impressed me today in like certain aspects, but they killed it by stupid penalties. Yannick had a stupid penalty. Quentin Jefferson had a stupid penalty where he lined up off sides and it just killed drives. We gave him 10 points.
Yeah, I think on one drive we had it was a sack that got called back, and then I think another one that got called back because of penalties. You got to get off the field on third down. Nothing stupid. You got to get off that field and give your offense the ball. And at that time, I think it was 2 straight drives. They gave them 10 points, and it just wasn't good from there.
Yeah, it's just bad penalties and bad spots too, huh? Mm-hmm. Just terrible. Like on third down, we have guys lining up on the wrong side. On third down, guys are pushing quarterbacks at the end of plays. Like, what are we doing? Like, you got to know better than that. You're a professional football player. You got to know the rule book. You got to know everything. You got to know all the ins and outs. And it was just terrible today. That's a sign of a bad coach football team. And I guess the John Gruden situation is becoming very more prevalent as the weeks go on.
Now you're starting to see it. I think we kind of got not excited, but offense was doing well 2 weeks out of the John Gruden resignation, and so we thought, man, this team's probably be better without John Gruden yelling at everybody, and it worked for 2 weeks, but now it's going downhill, and this offense isn't looking good, and it seems like Gruden didn't actually know what he was doing, and with the game planning, preparation, and everything, and it's coming back to haunt us.
Yeah, it just seems like the play calling isn't there in these last few weeks, and it could be due to Ruggs a little bit. Because I remember coming out week before Gruden got fired, or all the incident happened, we lost 2 games in a row. Offense looked very bad in those 2 games, and we were like, and I saw it as like, I'm like, damn, the play calling's not that good. Those last 2 games that Gruden coached. Did you feel the same way?
Well, yeah, because it was the Charger game and then the Bear game, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Charger game. I thought Charger game we were in it until the fourth quarter or whatever. I mean, we did start off really, really slow until the third quarter. But I think that Bears game, we had so many chances, and just like play calling just killed us, and it was just terrible. So, yeah, I think the play calling was kind of iffy the last 2 weeks of his tenure as Raider.
Yeah, so me and you kind of felt the same way. Like, play calling's iffy. Maybe a fresh start will help us. And it looked good for 2 weeks, but then it all went downhill. And a lot of it has to do with the Ruggs incident as well. We lost our number 1 wide receiver, and he was really becoming a number 1 wide receiver for the first time in the silver and black.
Yeah, if you would have told me at the beginning of this season that we lose Ruggs and it was a big loss, I would have been like, nah, no way. Just because of last year or whatever and what he did. But he came in this year with a chip on his shoulder. He was having really good games, and he was Carr's number 1. He was Carr's go-to. He was starting to get into that deep ball, the short, for first downs and everything, and then the incident happens, and man, this offense can't function. It seems like we can't function without him.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. Deshaun Jackson's not getting a lot of snaps yet. He probably doesn't know the playbook, the ins and outs of it. But at the end of the day, Ruggs is faster than Deshaun Jackson, and this ain't the prime Deshaun Jackson we have. We have an older Deshaun Jackson. Can't really compare him to Ruggs right now at his stage in his career. But, yeah, the Ruggs thing is really killing us. But let's just talk about the offense in general today. It was I mean, horrible, like horrible play calling, horrible execution. A few good throws today, but all in all, I didn't. I didn't like the quarterback play. I didn't like the offensive line. I thought they played horrible. Wide receivers, I'll have to see the film and see if they did he open or not. But Waller had a great game. I think that was the only guy you can put a spotlight on is Waller that had a good game. Everyone else, eh.
Yeah, no, Waller did have a really good game, and I projected that he was gonna have a really good game. But yeah, no, we couldn't get going. I think with our first drive, we were inside the 20, and we didn't do, and we were like -2 yards our first drive, and then it just didn't. It wasn't good from there. We got no running game. Offensive line is just playing poorly, and DC is taking a little step back. And so when all those things combine, our offense isn't working right now. It isn't clicking, and I don't know what it's gonna take for us to get clicking because we don't look good at all.
Yeah, me personally, I'm starting to lose faith in Derek Carr, but a guy I'm really losing faith in, and I feel like he's not gonna be a Raider next year. That's Josh Jacobs. I'm really losing faith in him. He's just not what he was his rookie year. I know injuries kind of set him back last year, but I mean, no more excuses anymore. He's just been not the Josh Jacobs of old. He's not as quick as he used to be, not as shifty as he used to be. He just looks like an average to below average running back right now.
Yeah, it seemed like his first and second seasons, it was rare for him to get a negative yards or like a 1-2 yard play. He was always kind of extending it, hit or yards after hits and everything. And man, he doesn't look good at all. And maybe it has to do with the line just a tiny bit, but yeah, no, he doesn't look good at all. And I think today he had his longest was a 12-14 yard carry, and that was his longest of the season. Like, yeah, that can't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I said at the beginning of the year, I didn't really expect Jacobs to do great. I felt like what I saw from Jacobs last year, even though he's a little banged up, I just felt like he wasn't never going to be what he was his rookie season. I felt like he was never going to be a superstar. I feel like he doesn't have that breakaway speed like those great running backs like Chubb, Derrick Henry, even Mixon. Mixon has that breakaway speed, and you can just see it. But, yeah, I mean, Kenyon Drake has came in, and I think he's playing better at running back than Josh Jacobs, and I think he should get majority of the snaps at running back right now.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. Might as well. He's getting more yards than Jacobs, and it seems like if we want to, do the little screens or whatever, he'd probably be more better than that than Jacobs. So I agree with you. Drake should probably take more snaps than Jacobs and probably lead that running back room.
Yeah, Drake. He's better. He's better pass catcher as well. He catches the ball better than Jacobs. I think he's better getting the ball, making something happen than Jacobs right now, especially. But yeah, Jacobs is taking steps backwards. Our whole offense taking steps backwards. So it's a difficult time to be a Raider fan. Probably a difficult time to be in that Raider training facility right now. So I don't know where the Raiders go from here. We can easily fold, and everyone will expect that. Or we can go on Thursday and beat the Cowboys, but I don't even know. Like, even if they beat the Cowboys, you still don't have faith in this team just because of the way they've been the past 3 years. We have the same quarterback, a lot of the same pieces on the offense, some of the same pieces on defense. Defense is pretty much new, but it just feels like it's not going to happen. It feels like this team is not going to do the job for some reason. It would be different if we've been in the playoffs these last 2 years or didn't have those collapses, but these past 2 years we've had those collapses. You come in here, you were 5-2, now you're 5-5, but the kind of good news there is no really good news. We're on a 3-game losing streak, but you're playing 500. It's not a losing record. We still got 7 games left. If you try to look at the positive,
We go out on a short week. Now this Cowboys game is a big must win game, or else this season might be over. But I'm a Raider fan, so I gotta look at the positive. We got 7 more games. We don't have a losing record. We're 5-5. I know we're not playing our best football right now, but it could just take one game and turn around our whole season.
Yeah, I mean, for the Raiders this year, just the way everything lined up this year, with Gruden coming in, now he's gone, but it's playoff or bust, and that's how I see it. I think it's playoff or bust for a lot of players and coaches, and Mike Mayock especially. Rich Bisaccia will be gone if they don't make the playoffs. And I think Mark Davis isn't going to look no further. He's going to go and try to make something happen. Whether it be Raiders trying to get Rodgers next year, trying to get a new coach, trying to get a new GM, I think Mark Davis isn't going to look any further. I think he's going to get ready. He wants to make this a winning franchise again. It's been too long already. It's been too long since we been really good.
Yeah, I'm tired of 7-9, 8-8. I mean, there is no 500 record no more, so we can't go 500. But yeah, no, I want to be really good. I want to go to the playoffs every year. I want to be one of those teams where like people are like, man, we're going to Vegas. We got to play in Vegas. We got to play the Raiders. So yeah, we got to make some stuff happen because I'm tired of losing.
Like, this team reminds me, like, on the outside, because I'm a Raider fan, so I don't see it like this, but on the outside fans looking in, they're probably looking at us like we're the Browns or something, or we're even the Bengals, or like teams like that, Dolphins, those teams that aren't good. They don't expect us to be good every year, and that's a sad image for the Raiders to have, because we're a very historic franchise, a tough franchise. Back in those days, I can only guess that we were a mentally tough franchise. We have a tough owner, and a winning franchise. We win. That's what we're known for. We win, and it's sad to see us in this state for the past 20-plus years. We had one good season in 2016. Sadly, Carr went down, but since then, it's just been all bad. So only one winning season like the past 20 years. Only made the playoffs once.
Yeah, it's just a lot of losing, a lot of. I think that just says what kind of organization we've been this past 20 years. We're really not that good. Stuff like like what's been happening this year and everything. I feel like the Raider organization is just a mess right now. We got to clean it up. Got to get the right people in. So then we could be great again.
Yeah, because when the Raiders are good, the NFL is good. I mean, when the Raiders win, it makes the NFL way more interesting. I mean, same thing with teams like the Cowboys and the Steelers. But like when those teams win, it's more interesting. It's more fun. But when the Raiders just lose year after year after year, it's hard on the fans. It's hard. I'm sure it's hard on the organization. It just pulls us down even more every season because it just feels like another waste of a year, another waste of a year, another waste of a year. I mean, what are we in? What week is this? Week 9? Week 11? Mm-hmm. We're in week 11, and I'm going to start looking at draft boards right now. Like, what's happening? I don't want to be looking at draft boards in week 10 and 11 every year.
Yeah. I'm tired of the halfway point or around week 10, 11, we're looking at draft boards. We're already saying, man, this season's a bust. This is that. Looking at players, looking at free agency already,
What shouldn't happen, you're been a bad organization, a horrible organization, when you're more excited. Like, the most exciting part of the season for you is the draft. And you're pumped up for the draft more than anything. So it's just getting ugly here in Vegas. And it's getting ugly real quick. It's our second year in Vegas. I wonder what the Vegas people are thinking about us. Probably thinking that we're losers. I wonder what the people on the outside looking in are thinking about us. We wanted to come into Vegas and have a winning team. Come in here, win quick, kind of like the Golden Knights. But we just have not been able to do that. And I'm not saying it's over, but it does look like we're heading in the absolutely wrong direction. And it looks like we're probably not going to figure this out because we've seen this story way too many times.
Yeah, it looks that way, but just there's still a lot of football left. We're not mathematically out of this. We're 5-5. Like I said, we don't even have a losing record. So, we just got to go out, find a way to win Thursday, and turn this thing around. Because if not, then we will be looking at draft boards and players and free agency real soon.
Yeah, it's a crazy year, so you never know what happens. Teams are losing. Given the good teams are losing, so even the worst teams in the league. It's just the league's all mixed up, so the Raiders can sneak in. Don't get me wrong, but we got to take it one game at a time, win some ball games, and hopefully we can sneak in the playoffs and make a run.
Yeah. I hope we can sneak in the playoffs and make a run. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. This is just. I just can't believe that we lost like how we did today.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough day to be a Raider fan. Hopefully we can get a win on Thursday. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for the pregame show, and on Thanksgiving Thursday night for the postgame show. It's a very bad situation, but let's hopefully try to get a win on Thanksgiving, and hopefully they can maybe build some wins and maybe gain everyone's trust back. We'll see what happens. We'll see you guys later. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.